Hey, if you're looking to create a set of financial projections for a fintech startup, then you've come to the right place. We have created a fintech financial projection template built specifically for you. So we are going to walk you through how to use this today. I'm going to, at the end of the video, show you how to get a discount code to be able to get a discount on this particular template if you decide that it's going to be a good fit for your business. But first of all, my name is Adam Hoeksema. I'm the co-founder of Projection Hub, and we've been helping entrepreneurs create financial projections for potential investors and lenders over the last decade. And today we have this new fintech template that we're going to show you how to use. So with that, I'll go ahead and dive in. All right, so we're going to kind of start with the end in mind here. So this is our At a Glance tab that gives you a number of different graphs, tables, summary charts, use of startup funds, and different ratios, industry ratios that you'll be able to utilize as a summary once you're done. Also, you will see our 5-year income statement summary, 5-year cash flow summary, a 5-year balance sheet summary, and then the income statement, cash flow, and balance sheet all broken down by month for each of the 5 years as well. So this is kind of the deliverable of the financial projections at the end of the process. But we're going to have to do a little work to get there. And so we're going to jump back to our input assumptions tab to get started. So you'll be able to put in investors. So if you're trying to raise a round of investment, you can put that in here. If you are going to have any employee equipment, maybe for fintech, you're probably not going to have a whole lot of equipment or fixed assets, but maybe you have some employee equipment that you could put in there. Again, for a fintech startup, probably not going to be getting a lot of business loans, probably more investor heavy. But if you do have any loans, you can put in the dollar amount and the interest rate and term of that loan here. Now let's jump into the input revenue tab. This is where most of the work is done. So you can say what month will revenue start on. So maybe you're in development for the first few months and then you expect revenue to start in month 4. You'll be able to enter in assumptions for advertising spend. So let's say you're going to do some ad spend. You assume a cost per click of $2.50. That's going to give you leads from advertising. You're also going to assume some number of organic website visitors or app visitors. And then that'll give you a total number of leads or visitors. And you're expecting them to convert some percentage of those into, if it's an app, to download your app or to sign up. So this could be total downloads or total signups for the tool. You'll also expect some churn rate. So people that sign up and then decide not to use it or cancel. So you can enter in that churn rate here. That will end up giving you your total active users for each month. And then from there, there's different ways that a fintech could potentially generate revenue. And so we have the ability to add subscription revenue if you do have subscription levels, even though that's probably not the most common revenue model. We want to add that in here so you have the ability to add different subscription levels with a monthly fee and what percentage of your active users are subscribing. So maybe this is for a premium version of the product and a small percentage of your active users are subscribing. It'll give you your subscription revenue here. You could also do an advertising-based approach. So you can generate some ad revenue from your subscribers, from your non-subscriber, just at your active users or your free trial period folks as well. That will give you your ad revenue. You might also have an in-app purchase type of revenue model. So you could, for particular transactions or purchases that are made within the app, you could expect that your each active user will generate some amount of in-app purchase revenue for you. And then probably the most common for fintech would be a transaction fee revenue. So here we're saying, okay, what number of transactions is each active user making per month? So we're saying they're making 2 transactions per month. And it's growing at 30%. So this gives us our total number of transactions made. What's the average value of that transaction? So we'll probably need to know value because that may play into ultimately our revenue. And then we're saying, hey, we're probably going to have some sort of fixed fee for each transaction that happens. So, it could be 30 cents, for example. And then maybe you also charge an average fee as a percentage of the transaction value. So if $1,000 is being transacted, you generate 2% of that. You'd want to put in the average fee here. So if you have kind of a sliding scale, we're not kind of giving you that level of detail. You want to try to just average that out here. And then for cost of goods sold, you could have per transaction cost of goods sold. So maybe there is some small transaction that you have to pay for every transaction that happens. That's what you'd want to enter here. And maybe this goes down over time because of economies of scale. And so we put in a negative growth rate in that. You have the ability to add some other direct expenses as consulting or other direct expenses as a percentage of revenue, or expenses, hosting fees, subscriber support, that customer support that you're going to have that could be on a per active user level or per subscriber per month level. All right, and that ultimately is going to give you your total revenue projections for the 4 different kind of revenue categories. If we move over to our input operating expense tab here, we'll be able to see some different operating expenses. So this is just the columns are too narrow here, so just expand those. So you have the ability to add different expenses. You can categorize those expenses as marketing, general and admin, or development. You can make those expenses either a fixed dollar amount, a percentage of revenue, or a per full-time equivalent employee. And so for example, if you have a transaction fee that is a percentage of your revenue that you want to enter in here as an operating expense, you could enter that in as 0.02, so that'd be 2% of total revenue would be a transaction fee. And this would be an expense for you. Remote working expenses, that could be a good example of per FTE. So for every remote working employee, you might expect maybe $500 worth of remote work expenses here, or something like that you could enter in. And that would scale with your number of employees. All right, and now the last tab, input tab here, is our salaries tab. And so you'll be able to enter in specific salary positions, their salary, their employer side of it, their taxes, benefits, and then what month they're going to start. So you can stagger these employees over time. And you can also add multiple of any particular employee. So if you say, hey, we're going to hire 2 product support people at the same time in month 25, you can, instead of entering in 2 different line items for each of them, you can just put 2 here. You can also add annual raises here. And once you've done that, you're back to where we started, the at a glance tab that has kind of your summary projections. And so what we want to do now is just make sure that you can cash flow. So make sure that you've raised enough investment to actually get the business to profitability and cash flow positive. So that's what you'll be checking at this point. With that, I just wanted to mention again that we do have the ability to get a coupon code. So if you go into the description of the video below, we're going to put a link to a form where you can fill that out and get the most up-to-date coupon code. And then at checkout, use that discount code to go ahead and claim your discount on this particular template. And if you have any questions at all along the way, please don't hesitate to reach out at support@projectionhub.com, and we'd be happy to try to help. All right, best of luck. Thanks.